Hello, it's Diane. I'm back again, and I wanted to show you some of the collages that I did while I was away. First, I'll show you the ones I did for the Facebook group Vintage Glue Books and Pages Challenges. There are two sets of challenges. This one is the CW challenge, which is Collage Workshop. And I had some catching up to do. So with the Collage Workshop, you get just an idea or a theme, and you just interpret it any way you want to. So this one just said the Golden Age of Hollywood. And I just did background papers and had this little cutout so you can see Jimmy Stewart in there. This is from It's a Wonderful Life. So all of these images here were just cut out of a People book, a hardcover book about Hollywood, and I had already read it, so I just cut those images out. And then this part right here is from a Graphic 45 paper from a long time ago. It's just a piece I had left over. Golden Era of Filmmaking is what that challenge was. This one is found poetry, so you were just supposed to take words, random words, and put them together. And I just did a background to cover my card. These are, by the way, 4x6 index cards. And I found this in an art journaling magazine, and I liked her. And this kind of describes me. It's hard for me to feel like I can sparkle again at this point in my life because I'm without my husband. And even though it's been 2 years, I don't feel very sparkly. So I used the phrase, I put together this phrase, I couldn't possibly sparkle again. Oh, but you can. So it kind of rhymes, again and can, right? So, I just need to convince myself that it's okay to go on with my life and I can sparkle again. This one was called Bon Voyage, and I am going on a cruise to Alaska next summer with some people from my church, some friends. So I chose this piece of map that has Alaska right here, and then just some different elements that I put on there. So that's a fun one. This one called Let's Eat Out. Let's Go Out to Eat. And I don't even like Chinese, but both of my grandkids, well, 2 of my grandkids had birthday parties 1 month apart at the Chinese buffet restaurant. So those images are from the chopsticks wrapper. Little Burger King emblem, Olive Garden coaster. These were cut from a index card, a recipe card, and then this is from one of our local restaurants. The grill at the train station. This was on a paper that was wrapped around their silverware. And then this one was just junk mail. 1 week's worth of junk mail. So I collected junk mail in the week before I went away, and then while I was there I just cut pieces out of it and glued it down. So even the background, this is from a advertising card that I got in the mail, and then this part is from an envelope. And it seems like there were a couple more, 2 or 3 more maybe, that got separated from these, and so I'm not sure where they are right at the moment, so I can't show them to you. The other challenge is where she gives us 5 prompts, or 5, kind of prompts. Oh, here's one. There's another index card, and it's sewing project. So it's got vintage pattern tissue and vintage packaging, and then this is cut from a vintage pattern front, and this is from the instructions. I wonder if there's any more in here hiding. So you get 5 prompts, and then you use them as your inspiration. So this was the first one that I did this time. Advertisement, foreign text, something round, wood grain, and graph paper. I'm not going to talk about every prompt, but that gives you the idea. Plus, you get a bonus one in case you don't have one of the items. You can substitute the bonus item for something that you don't have. I do know that this one had a pattern with a stripe. So I cut this boy out of a vintage magazine or catalog with his striped shirt on. And then I think it was something from a magazine, and I cut out this quote: "We have to eat to live, of course, but we don't have to eat just about everything we can get our hands on." I just thought that was funny. And then this one, I didn't really like this one. I was gathering my items, looking at the prompts and just gathering things that could be used. I gave myself several choices because once I started arranging things, I might change my mind about what I want to use. So I was throwing things in my box of what I could use for all of these different collages, and one of them was a doodle. And my daughter was up here with me at that time, so I gave her a piece of paper and I said, "Draw me a doodle." So she drew me a turtle. He's cute. He's the best part of this collage. I do like this one because of the colors, I guess. This is a vintage postcard. So I guess that's it for those. And then my collages that I just do on my own. Sorry. I got my little book out that I do I usually use an image of a lady and then a quote, and then just use my little white paint pen and my Stabilo pencil that you can smear with water. And I do a set of pages in the front, and then I go to the back and do a set of pages, so I'm working my way to the middle, and that keeps the book from getting too out of shape. So I did do some of these. I've shown this book in my videos before. This is where I left off in the front. Those are the last ones, and I believe I did show these in a video. So here's what I did this week. Life is complicated. Looking good should be easy. What do they see when they look at you? So I just use, I get a lot of backgrounds from interior decorating magazines, which I don't buy, but I get them free at the library. People donate them, and then they always have magazines for free at the library. So that's what a lot of these backgrounds are. And some of these quotes came out of Bella Grace, I think, the magazine, and then these littler ones with the littler type, they're at the top of my journal planner pages, my Franklin Covey planner pages. So when I see one that I like, when I'm done with that month, I cut them out. So here we have, it takes as much energy to wish as it does to plan. This is another one of those interior decorator magazine backgrounds, which I thought was really cool. The truth of the matter is that you always know the right thing to do. The hard part is doing it. She's from an old magazine or catalog. I am who I am today because of the choices I made yesterday. She just looks so bright and perky. I used this kind of mottled black and gray background, and it says, "You are an unrepeatable miracle." And then from the back, I started, that's where I left off, so I started here. This is a light fixture in an interior decorating magazine, and this was just a square that I cut out of a magazine. And when I put this down, I thought that matches her head perfectly. I did not do that on purpose, except I had this off to the side, but I moved it over to put it there. We do not believe if we do not live and work according to our belief. And this is just a piece of canvas. It's a sticker. All I did was peel the back off and stick it on. I did nothing else. I bought a set of these collage pieces painted by Dina Wakely, I think. And it just spoke to me when I was looking through them to see if I wanted to use any of them in here, and I just put it on as it was because this represents me with the empty heart there. And I didn't even realize right away that there's a silhouette of a man here, and it looks kind of ghostly. So I just thought that was perfect for me. I don't even know, it's got some words right around him. I don't even know what they say. I just thought the image was what spoke to me. So I just glued that in there. This was a magazine illustration, and you could see more of the man and the woman that are walking away from her, but there's enough here that you can tell that these colorful people are walking away from this drab person. And it says, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. That's something I need to learn. I have terrible self-esteem. So that's a good one for me. Dreams are illustrations from the book your soul is writing about you. This is from an old Victoria magazine from like the 1990s, I believe. This is from a Bella Grace magazine. There is a light in this world, a healing spirit more powerful than any darkness we may encounter. And of course, I believe that light to be God and the Holy Spirit. And I use my white pen to draw a lot of white dots in her hair. Because looks like the light is emanating from her. And again, there's a lady, it looks like she's dressed in black for mourning, and it says, from experience comes faith. My faith has grown stronger. So there's that one. And then I just did a couple pages in this book. This is my book that I like to put my vintage ladies from my catalog in. So these are from my 1969 Spiegel catalog. I did some of my challenges in this book too before I decided to start doing the index cards. But I think I just did this one this week. Just glued down some stuff that I liked. And then I did this one. She's from an old magazine. And I put on the little words tick-tock here, because it looks like she's busy doing housework. There's some needlework here. There's some tatting that she did. There's some Bonami cleaning powder. So I put tick-tock up here because the clock is always ticking, and we've always got things to do. And then down here, the words, well done. But do we put on our aprons and pose like that in our kitchens? Do we still put on aprons? I do. My daughter-in-law says I'm the only person she knows that wears an apron. Well, these are in here because I want to use them. And there's another one. I guess, yeah, I did another one. So I just put down some play money because that's one of the items I brought with me. Some of my ladies and another piece of washi tape there. And then this 70s girl, she came from a magazine. And these are cut from scrapbook paper. And then this is the little circle thing that comes with Denise's order. When you order from Denise's A Tattered Dream Shop, you get these things in your order. So I put that on there. And that's it for that. I think that's all I did for collaging then this week. And thank you for watching. And I'll be back. I'll be starting on some Bohemian journals. If not today, then I'll get started on them tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.